Voices Radio.
Hey, it's Maria Hanlon, and in this interview, I chat to Brooklyn-born, London-based Goya Gumbani ahead of his Jazz Cafe headline show. We're recording this in the Voices podcast studio, and I hope you enjoy. So listen, I wanted to start with kind of your earliest memories of music. So take me way back to childhood and just your kind of influences growing up and what was going on back then.
Okay. New York. Heat wave, neo soul, reggae, soul. My mom listened to a lot of like Angie Stone and R.I.P. Angie Stone, and like a lot of like Erykah Badu and like a lot of Sade. And then my dad was into like a lot of like Arabic music. Well, it was more like Arabic scriptures over like really minimal drums.
Okay.
If that makes
Yeah.
sense. And like a lot of like Gil Scott-Heron, The Last Poets. So a lot of like stuff in that like realm.
So a lot of the greats.
Yeah.
Yeah. And you touched on Angie Stone there. We've lost so many legends lately.
No.
It's been such a sad and depressing 2 weeks of music. I played Rory Ayers on my radio show this morning, and that track is just Everyone Loves the Sunshine.
Yeah, that was sad. I saw him play like last year, I think.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he played at maybe We Out Here, or he played at some festival.
Yeah.
And I was like, he was like on the xylophone, and I was like, dude, this guy's like 80 and change.
Yeah, how old
like,
was he?
I think he was at 86, I think, or 83.
He's lived some life, to be fair. And still performing last year. That's amazing. Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
So when did you go from a music fan to a music maker? When did you sort of start to perform or write songs or play instruments?
I used to hang out with these guys when I was in my like early 20s. And they just used to like, I used to just go to their house to just like chill out and play video games, and they just used to make music all day. And then like one day I was like, I felt like I had sat on the other side of the desk for so long, just like subconsciously listening to it, but like not even like actively trying to listen to it. And I was like, oh, I think I know how to use this like program, or for like just watching them. And then yeah, I kind of just like got really interested in like understanding like how music was made. And it was like a different, it was like almost like science. It was like, okay, it was like when you get something and you're like, okay, this is a finished product, and then you're like, okay, yeah, but how do you bake this cake? Like what goes into making this like cake? And then you know, you kind of start making cakes, and then you're like, okay, I'm gonna try this ingredient, and I'm gonna try this, and it kind of was just
that's
like,
a good analogy. I like that. Yeah.
Kind of like making a cake. Yeah.
And how do you kind of know when the cake is done? I guess is always something I love to know, because I guess there are so many ingredients, as you said, and there's so many kind of tweaks you can make and stuff. What kind of makes a track done, in your opinion, do you think?
I feel like a song is never finished. You know, it's kind of just like, when are you ready to like almost move on is really the question. Because it's kind of like a painting. Like you could keep on adding to it, and it would just, you know, get deeper and deeper and deeper, you know. But music is one of them things. I feel like it doesn't really have, there's no such thing as like a finished song. It's kind of just finished when you're like, all right, I'm kind of over, like this is like enough.
Enough.
I've like
ready
added,
to move on.
to it, you know.
And then for people that have basically been living under a rock and don't know about you and your music, how would you describe your sound? You touched on your influences earlier, but what sort of like, genres or vibe would you say to describe your sound?
I'll say like it's a blend of like hip hop and jazz.
Yeah, nice.
Yeah.
And then you came to London when you were 15, right? For the first time. How did you find the scene when you first came over, the music scene?
Weird. It was really weird. Like, it was a lot of like, I feel like there was a lot of like edits going around, like of like the songs that I kind of grew up listening to. There was just mad edits. Like it was like these like B-side tracks, and I didn't really like it because a lot of the music was like faster. It was like 100 BPM maybe, and like I kind of grew up on like 60, no not 60, but like 70, 80 BPM tracks, maybe 90. And like, you know, like grime and garage and like jungle, and I was just like, I don't like this. I just couldn't really relate to it, you know. And as I got older, my cousin gave me this like pure garage CD, and she was like, yo, this is from my collection. She's like, I'm gonna like give this to you. You might not, can I curse?
Yeah.
She's like, you might not fuck with this, but like when you get older, come back to me. So I was like, I bet. So I took that CD when I was like 15, and then when I got to like 17, 18, I started going out clubbing, and they were playing like garage and shit, and I was like, oh, this is a vibe. Like I feel this. I feel like it wasn't really for the house. Like a lot of the music, a lot of the UK music at the time was like more like for going out vibes.
Yeah.
So I was able to appreciate it going out, because I was like, all right, it's cool being in the club hearing like the Isley Brothers or some weird shit, but like I was like, it's really cool being in the club and hearing like that I Don't Smoke the Reefer song. And I was like, oh yeah, now I get it, you know. But yeah, I hated that shit at first. I was like, nah.
And what kind of changed it for you? What do you think about now with the scene here?
I feel like at the time I was a kid, I was like homesick, and I was just like, you know, you just want what you know.
Yeah.
And it was like, it took a little while to like adjust and like adapt to being in a new like environment. Everybody was kind of, you know, different. And like when you come from like Brooklyn, like I feel like the kids were fascinated with someone that was from New York, but it kind of felt a little bit like he was kind of like a circus act almost, because people would be like, yo, like say this, or say this for me, or say this, or like, is it like this, is America like this, is New York like this? And it's like, alright, bruh, I think you just gotta get a flight to New York.
Yeah, go there yourself and find out. Stop asking and annoying me. Yeah.
But yeah, like I feel like as I got older, I was just like, okay, I can understand, like, and it's just a reflection of the country, you know. And I feel like music is that in everywhere that you go. It's a reflection of like what the country has to offer,
for
like,
sure,
sonically, you know.
Yeah, definitely. And then let's talk about your music. So you've just released Maneuvers at the end of Feb. And I actually played Chase the Sunrise on my morning breakfast show this morning. Wow. An absolute banger.
Thank you.
Such a gorgeous track. So how did that track come about? Tell me the story of that one.
Chase. Chase, I went to Philly. The guy on the track, Logi, is from Philly. So I went to Philly to spend some time in Philly, because I was like, I need to get out of everything I know and make this album somewhere else. So I went to Philly, and I was with Logi, and Logi's like the nicest, the most hospitable individual in the world. Like, he cooks, he cleans, he like drinks like fabulous wine, and he
sounds
was like,
great.
No, it was a really, really nice like week. And yeah, we were just like drinking wine and just like talking about like life shit. And then I was like, yo, I'm about to make this album, do you mind, would you be? He's like, oh, of course. So he kind of put his part, I put my part, he put his part. Then Yaya Bay is like my sister. We've been like locked in for years. And one day I texted, I was like, yo, I've kind of started this song, and it's kind of about like my OD to like my parents and blah blah blah. And I was like, I'm gonna send you 2 songs to pick between, because I don't want you to feel like you have to pick one. But I was like, this is what this one's about, this one's just an open idea. She was like, okay. She was like, I don't really want to write about the family stuff, so let me just take the open idea one. I was like, alright, cool. So I came back to London, went back to New York maybe like 2 months later, came back to London, and then she was in London. I was like, yo, come up to my house, let's record the verse. So she came to my house. I pulled up the beat that she originally asked for. When I played it, she was like, oh, I never wrote to this beat. I wrote to the other beat.
Oh,
and I was like, well, Logi's on that. I'd be like, it would actually be nice to get you on it too. So then she wrote her verse, and it just like merged everything.
Yeah.
Like what everybody was speaking about. And then Fatima is like, she was doing some BVs on it. So I was like, yo, come over to my crib. Like, I think you should just like hum. I need you to just hum on some like music. Like just like loosely. And she hummed on like that one, and then I just kind of merged it all together, and voila.
It came to be. It's so
how,
beautiful.
Yeah.
And I also love the music video. It's black and white, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Really
yes,
nice,
yes,
like
yes.
classic vibes in that one. I love that. So there's 3 tracks on Maneuvers, right?
3 tracks on, 3 features on
Yeah.
Chase the Sunrise. Yes, Maneuvers is just me and Joe Almond Jones.
Oh, nice.
Yeah,
Yeah, he's great as
yeah,
well.
he's
so
the
many
goat.
good features.
He's the
Amazing.
GOAT.
Yeah.
He's actually the GOAT.
And something else I wanted to chat about was you're a record collector, right?
I am.
I saw that somewhere. Do you have some favourite spots in London to go digging?
Yes, Atlantis on Hackney Central, and there's one called Video Music and Video Exchange
Video. Okay.
in Greenwich.
Yeah.
They have a really good, like, they just got really good selection, and they also don't have a like listening station, and everything's secondhand.
Oh, that's good.
So it's kind of like you really gotta go and like dig.
Yeah,
That's my favorite. So probably my 2 favorite ones.
that's
Yeah.
good.
And maybe Paradiso in Paris,
Oh.
and Human Head in New York.
I really want to go digging in New York.
Yeah,
That's like
New York
my
has
goal
the
for
best
next
shit.
year. Yeah.
New York has the best shit.
I can imagine. That's my dream, to just spend an afternoon going around, just having a little browse.
And it's really affordable. It's a lot less. It's a lot less cheaper than in London.
Yeah, because I've recently started building a collection, and it's so expensive.
Really expensive.
Yeah.
It's an expensive.
Yeah, especially when you start playing records out, and I'm getting booked for like a 4-hour vinyl set, and I'm like, oh, that's a lot of records.
That's a lot of weight to carry.
It is, yeah. I'm getting like gains from just hauling my records around town, honestly. So yeah, we spoke about record shops. Do you have any favorite venues here
Like to
to perform?
perform in. Yeah. My favorite one will probably be I like what's that one in Hackney?
When someone asks you the name of things, your brain just goes.
Yeah.
That's the same as me. I'm like,
What Color Factory.
oh yeah. It's so good there.
I like Color Factory. I like damn, I feel bad. I don't want to miss out on no one. Like Color Factory, and probably I love Jumbi. Same owner, funny enough. And Donna.
Oh, Bardonia? Is it the Mexican
Yes,
place in Stoke Newington?
yes.
Oh, it's so,
Yeah,
and it's all
yeah,
pink
yeah.
inside.
It's pink
That's
inside,
so cool in
yeah.
there.
I did one
So
of my
fun.
first showcases there. That was like beautiful.
That's one of my favourite spots too, because it's
Yeah.
just different and it feels very like intimate and relaxed, and yeah, it's cool in there, definitely. And you're performing at the iconic Jazz Cafe.
Facts.
So that is Thursday the 17th of April, right?
Yes.
Yeah,
It
got
is,
it right.
Mhm.
So I guess you're looking forward to that one. That must be a big one.
Yeah, I actually like that venue too. Actually, I played there once before supporting someone, and yeah, it's like iconic. You know,
It really is.
like I've seen some of my favorite artists. I've seen Mac Miller perform there, which was like quite life changing.
Wow.
That was a long
When was
time.
that? Yeah.
was 2014 maybe.
Oof, yeah.
2014, 2015. I saw Thundercat. Thundercat came out at that show. I think the internet popped out. It was
Wow.
dope.
Yeah,
Dope.
that must have been
Dope.
amazing. And then on the night for yours, you've got Tyson and also Brian Nasty coming out.
I do.
Yeah, so how do you know those guys?
Tyson, I don't even know how. I think I just know Tyson through like, just like music world. Like, we got a lot of mutual friends. You know, I know how like managers. Nasty Brian is like my baby brother. We like play a lot of PlayStation together. And yeah, we've like made music together for a long time. I've known him since he was really young, like probably 16. But yeah, just always had a lot of love and respect for him.
Oh, so that'll be a really special one, having him there on the
Yeah,
night and stuff.
yeah.
So what else can we expect on the night? Are you going to be performing some of your new stuff that you've
Yeah,
released?
so everything from the album, pretty much the album comes out a month before that. So I'll be doing
cool.
everything from the album. Fatima's gonna pop out and do Firefly. Joe and Jones is gonna be there. Maxwell Owen's gonna be there. Pretty much a lot of people that played on the album or featured on the album is gonna have a little moment. Pearl de Luna. So yeah, I've just been going kind of crazy in the rehearsals for like the last 4 weeks. But yeah, it's gonna be a big, really big showcase. Like really thought out and thoughtful.
Yeah, I'm definitely going to come. I can't wait
Please.
for that. It's going to be
Please,
so
please,
good.
please.
And then what does the rest of this year look like for you? Obviously, you've got your headline gig then, but have you got anything else planned for 2025 so far?
Yeah, I'm doing a US tour at the end of the month. East Coast and West Coast. And then I come back, I'm gonna do a European leg, Paris, Amsterdam, Berlin. And some festivals.
Yeah,
We out here.
we're going to be at We Out Here. That's
Dope.
my favourite festival.
Yeah,
it's
that's
so
my
good.
favourite
It's
festival.
so good.
Last
You
year
can
was dope.
Sorry, you go.
No, last year it was amazing.
So good, isn't it?
Yeah.
You can just wander literally into any tent or stage and you know the music is going to be 10 out of 10.
Yeah.
It's the best.
I did a lot of just like, I left my like my group of friends. It was actually the most beautiful. Like I had like a little, like I was like cooking and shit. I was like making like rice and like I made breakfast,
Oh, that's
lunch
cute.
and
Wholesome
dinner
vibes.
every day. I think I like brought food one day, like for like dinner one night, but I like cooked. I went back to my tent and cooked like every it was.
It
dope.
does feel like quite I don't know, feels like everyone there is sort of looking after themselves at the same time. It's obviously got like the wellness stuff and all the food stalls, but everyone's just on such a good energy there. You can kind of go anywhere and you know the music will be great and the
Yeah.
crowd is really receptive and just really up for it. I'm so excited to go back.
Super nice crowd. I feel like
Yeah,
the crowd is
definitely.
dope. Everybody, like you said, everyone's also respectful of
Yeah.
other people.
100%.
Like there's no fighting, there's no arguing, there's no like, it's almost a sense of like love and care,
Yeah.
you know. And yeah, like you said, like I did a lot of wandering into tents, but I'd like leave the people I was like with and just be like, all right.
Yeah, you can do that there,
going,
and it's
yeah,
not.
and it's
Yeah,
cool,
you don't
you
feel
know?
like it's not daunting or anything. Did you go to the Love Dancing tent?
I did.
That is always
That
my
was
fave.
fire.
It's so good.
I DJ'd at the roller rink
Oh yeah.
on
yeah.
the Sunday. What, like the last day? It was actually really dope.
Yeah.
And Andre 3000 set on the Sunday, I
Oh,
felt like was
yeah.
like so peaceful. I
It
feel like
really
I
was.
needed that on Sunday.
I think
'cause-
everyone was so ready for like a bit of a sit down and just
Right,
like soak it
literally.
in. It was sunny, wasn't it? It was such a good vibe.
yeah, I was like laying on my back the whole set.
Yeah. Yeah, I've never seen such a like chill crowd. Like everyone was sat down or laid down or like in the zone. It was almost like meditative. It was
Yeah.
very like calming and just what we all needed after a few days partying.
Yeah,
It was
exactly.
great. It was great.
That's exactly what it
What
it
day
was.
are you performing? Do you know this year?
I think Saturday
Okay, nice.
or Sunday.
Yeah.
One of the weekend days.
But you're going to go for the whole weekend, do
I'm
you
gonna
think?
go for the whole weekend, yeah.
See, that's the other thing. I think that all the artists and DJs, they don't just kind of come in, do their set and leave. They stay for the whole time because they just love it. It's such a vibe. So I think that's kind of it. I was just going to say, where can people find you online? And also promote your jazz cafe. Where can people get tickets?
Jazz Cafe website, probably.
Jazzcafe.com.
.com and my Instagram, everything socially is Goya Gumbani.
Yeah.
So yeah, one name, one spelling.
Nice and
across
easy.
everything.
And what date is the album dropping?
March 21st, Ghostly International, Warlord of the Regions. It's kind of like, I got the name from like it's like a OD to Miles Davis's like style and like his just musical artistic energy.
Nice.
Yeah.
I'm so excited to hear it. It's going to be such a vibe. Thank you so much, Goya.
Thank
It's been
you
a
for
pleasure.
having me. Take care.